The Bishop of Arlington, Virginia is calling out a public school district in his area for proposed changes to its public school curriculum. Bishop Michael Burbidge expresses concerns over proposed changes to the Fairfax County School District's family life education curriculum. Among the changes, using the phrase sex assigned at birth instead of biological sex, and removing clergy from the list of trusted adults with whom children should discuss their concerns regarding sex and sexuality. Joining us now is Father Thomas Ferguson, Vicar General of the Diocese of Arlington. Father Tom, your diocese say these changes, which go before the school board in Fairfax County on June 14th, obscure the truth about human biology, sexuality, and family. How so, and should parents be concerned?
I think that parents should be concerned with some of the changes that the school board is considering, because in many ways these changes truly distort what is real and what is true. As an example, one of the proposed changes is in the use of language to substitute the term sex given at birth for biological sex. What that really distorts is the fact that a person's biological sex is determined not at birth, but at the time of their conception. And it tries to equate the notion of the sex given at birth with our understanding of gender, which, as Pope Francis reminds us, gender and sex are distinct. One is a biological fact, the other is the role that a person assumes in relation to others in society. They might be distinct, but they're not separable. So that when a person is conceived as either male or female, God determines that that person's gender is to be male and female as well. And so we see the use of language as really distorting the truth to try to substitute a term such as sex given at birth for the reality of a person's biological sex, which is really determined at the time of their conception.
But can't parents just opt out? And if that's an option, why are you still warning parents to be so vigilant?
Parents always have the right in the law in Fairfax County to opt out their children from any or all of the lessons in the family life education curriculum. However, parents are really not oftentimes aware of what's being taught. And so one of the first things that we need to do in our churches and our parishes, which we're doing, is really to educate parents to the content of the curriculum. As an example, recently, in the past few years, along with Therese Bernpole from our Office for Marriage, Respect Life, and Family Life in our diocese, and with a coalition of parents organized under the name of parentandchild.org, we've developed each and every year, as the children prepare to go back to school in the fall, a guide that looks at every lesson in the family life curriculum and identifies those things which are relatively innocuous, others that really ought to be approached with caution, and a third category that truly are offensive to our beliefs about human dignity and the truth about human sexuality. And putting this information into the hands of parents, first of all, makes them aware of what is in the curriculum, and then we remind them that they can opt out of any or all of the lessons. And so now they have not only an awareness of their right, but also all the information that they need to make informed choices, to fulfill their responsibilities that they made at the time of their children's baptism, to be for their children the first, and we pray the best, of teachers to their children in the ways of our faith.
And other public school districts across the country teach curriculum that is concerned to Catholic parents, not just in Fairfax County, Virginia. What advice do you have, Father Tom, to offer to Catholic families across the country?
Well, to all Catholic families across the country, I think they need, as I say, to do what we're trying to do in Fairfax County, which is, first of all, be aware of what is in the curriculum, know your right to opt out of those lessons that are offensive to the truth and to our understanding of human dignity and human sexuality, and exercise that right. Also, as Catholics in our Catholic communities throughout the country and all of our dioceses, our Catholic schools provide a great alternative to what children are potentially being exposed to in our public schools, especially when parents aren't aware of what is in the curriculum.
So many concerns there, and yet so many important messages for parents to keep in mind as well. Father Thomas Ferguson, Vicar General of the Diocese of Arlington in Virginia, thanks so much for talking with us about it.
Thank you very much.